Alright, so this video is dedicated to parents and those single parents who try to do their best they can to make their children happy by buying them all of the gifts and presents that money can buy. Alright, so this video is dedicated to parents and those single parents who try to do their best they can to make their children happy by buying them all of the gifts and presents that money can buy.
I've got a story here that I think is big, really big, because it's bound to have a terrific impact on business. I'm talking about a new market, a big new market, millions upon millions of new prospects with $15 billion to spend. That's right, I said $15 billion. That's a lot of money, isn't it? The surprising thing is that it's a fresh market, still full of opportunities. It grew up so fast, got so big in a hurry, that few of us realize its scope. Now, these days, nobody's likely to pass up chances to sell. And yet right here in our own front yard, there's a neglected market. There's money waiting to be spent. To get the story of this market, to be able to tell you the secret of selling the Negro, we did a lot of digging. We talked to leading businessmen, the customers, and the salesmen. We went to Washington, D.C. We set up cameras and other key points around the nation. And out of this all, there emerged a story. The story of a new market. Yes, this is the market we're talking about, the new Negro family. Their name is Wells or Wilson, Smith or... The customers who work...
Now, there's nothing unusual about that. People want to be recognized. They need recognition. That's basic in all of us. Do you wonder why? Well, listen to what this customer is thinking.
That last hat I bought just didn't hold up at all.
You see, for a long time, the Negro has been sold a lot of shoddy, second-class merchandise. So now he asks for name brands in order to make sure he gets his money's worth. Buying by brand. That's the first important Negro buying habit. Now for the second. The Negro buys good quality merchandise. Symbols of quality and prestige are very important to the Negro customer. This woman, for example, is buying fine crystalware. But she is also buying the admiration and approval of her friends and relatives. Listen to her thoughts.
My, isn't it beautiful? I can hardly wait to show it to Sally and Joan.
It's a well-known fact that many Negro customers are influenced by the opinions of others. What their friends may think of a certain item often decides whether or not the sale is made. So remember, the Negro buys quality merchandise. That's the second important point. And here's the third thing to remember when selling to a Negro customer. When he specifically asks for one thing, don't try to sell him something else. Don't try to switch him at the point of sale. If you do, he'll probably react something like this.
Doesn't he think I've got the money to pay for it?
There's a reason for this reaction. Again, because he's had experience with cheap merchandise, the Negro resents being offered a substitute. He wants to be sold on quality, not price. The Negro buys by brand, he buys quality, and he doesn't like to be switched at point of sale.
Don't forget to crush the like button so the algorithm will make sure that other people get to see my content, and make sure to share this with your family and friend so this will help them help build generational wealth. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those who are not familiar who I go by One Chief Compadre, and you're watching Chief Compadre TV. We're on my channel We talk about savings. We talk about investing. We talk about politics. And if we get a chance, we talk about story time. Now, I know this is the season of being married, but at the same time, we have to be mindful that many people, millions of people are out of work, can't find work, and are just trying to keep a roof over their head and food in their stomach and help take care of their children. So I decided to come up with a video just to let you know how much the toy industry is making money off of you. More like $90 billion worth. So next time you buy that gift, make sure that you are mindful that you're not breaking a bank and putting yourself in debt. Now, remember, when buying toys, many of the toys can break, become damaged, and you have to replace them over again. So I advise you from now on, if you can, try not to buy so many toys and save majority of that money and invest it in your children's future, like in education. Okay, save that money for their college fund. Also, if you can, save some money to maybe help them start their own business. Try to teach them to be entrepreneurs. Remember, the main teacher in a children's life are the parents. Those are the ones should be the primary source. Then the teacher should be the secondary source, because the parent has experience with finances. That's if you pay any bills, if you pay any rent or mortgage, if you have medical, dental, and many other insurances. You know firsthand how to be in debt if you are in debt, or if you were in debt. You know about credit cards, so you know about paying credit cards each month. So you are the prime example of living experience where you can share your experience, even if it's good or bad. That will help your child to be able to maneuver through life situations that come to them, because you know firsthand. You can tell them step by step, and hopefully they listen, where they can learn from your experience so they won't have to deal with the experience later on in life. So let me go ahead and show you what the toy industry make each year.
The global doll, toy, and game market is expected to decline from $102.6 billion in 2019 to $101.7 billion in 2020 at a compound annual growth rate of CAGR of 1%. The market is then expected to recover and grow at a CAGR of 9% from 2021 and reach $128.5 billion in 2023.
So what do you think? Do you think we need to change our spending habits? Do we need to stop spending so much money on toys and spend more of our money on things that will bring us more wealth and help build generational wealth? So put a comment down below. If you enjoy this topic, make sure to crush the like button, become a customer, hit that like bell for my latest content. And until then, have a great day.
About investing for your children.
It's important.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I want to talk about, like, each Monday. I want to add some level of information. As an advisor, I feel like people might need some additional information. So we spoke about this before on podcast Shout Out to Trap and on the Wealth Pack as well. But I think it's a fitting time right now. Like, we're in holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
And, a lot of people obviously celebrate Christmas and Kwanzaa, whatever, holiday you celebrate. And obviously it's a lot of pressure on parents to buy their children gifts, PS5,
Mm-hmm.
heavy in the streets. I actually heard that Best Buy is doing a restock tomorrow. 8
I
o'clock.
was just sending you the link, bro. I just saw it.
Yeah,
It said
so
coming soon now. Not sold out.
it's a lot going on right now. So my personal theory is that, like I said before, I'm a big believer in balance. My personal theory is 50-50, meaning like whatever money you have allocated towards your children, whether it's like birthday or, Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever, I think that you should do 50-50. 50% of that budget goes to actual like material items, gifts, and then 50% goes into investments. Because ultimately, let's face it, like all of these material items are going to go away and they're not even going to be relevant next year. PS5, when PS6 comes out, PS5 isn't going to be worth anything anymore. Like nobody's going to care about it. Now they want PS6. All of these things, it's good in the moment, but you gotta provide your children with some level of, material happiness. That's just part of being a child. But balance is extremely important. So we talked about the 529 plan before. So I talk about the UTMA a little bit.
529 for college savings.
Yeah, not just college,
Education savings, that's right.
So the UTMA uniform transfer of minor account, shout out to my brother Kenny Burns. I talked about this on his show today, V103. And the reason why we like the UTMA so much is that it allows more flexibility than just the 529. The 529, you can pretty much only use it for education. And if you use it for anything other than education, you get penalized. But the good thing with the UTMA is that you can really use it for anything. So it's less restrictive. You don't get the same tax benefits with the 529. If you use it for education, you pay no taxes on it at all. But it's restrictive because if you don't use it for education, you get penalized. So with the UTMA, you can use it for anything. And it has tax benefits on its own. So like the first $1,050, the earnings is tax free. And then $1,050